So when I got to know you, I thought it was really interesting to learn about the kind of meme economy, I guess. I think we were at RaffleCon, which was this really funny meme conference at MIT, where people actually dress up like Rick Rolling or whatever.
Yeah.
and you were on a panel, and I think you were on it with I Can't Has Cheeseburger.
It was Kenyatta and Jamie from Know Your Meme.
Yeah.
Ben Huff from the CEO of Cheeseburger. And
which just raised $30 million. So
it's
it's a real company, and apparently.
And Greg from You Should Have Seen This.
Okay. And at the time, I remember you commented that 4chan, you said it better than me, 4chan
at some point during this panel, I remarked that 4chan creates this culture, creates the content, creates the memes. Kenyatta and Jamie study it through Know Your Meme. Greg kind of collates it with this list of things you should have seen, and then Ben monetizes it.
I see. So it's sort of the meme value chain or something, or the economy.
Yeah, it's like the circle of life of a meme.
Okay. Rick Rolling, and can you talk about that, like how that started and changed?
Yeah, so Rick Roll, kind of as we know it, the product of that was this bait and switch where you get linked to a video of Rick Astley performing "Never Gonna Give You Up." But the evolution of that is, it started out as a word filter on 4chan, where we took a term and kind of flipped it when people would post it, and so people used to post. I believe it was egg roll, and at one point we filtered egg to duck, kind of like chicken and the egg.
So every time you
thing.
typed egg roll, it would just become duck roll.
Exactly, and so people then started posting this picture of a duck with wheels on it, with little wooden wheels, and they would say hey, check this post out, and there's a way of kind of linking in between posts on 4chan. You would click it, and you would just get this image of a duck that said duck roll, and it was like what the heck? And so eventually somebody put that on YouTube, just a static image of a duck with wheels on YouTube, not even a video. And hey, check out this. Here's the video you wanted. Again, you get this duck, and eventually, after that, it becomes people started to link to Rick Astley, "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Why that song?
I have no idea. You'd have to ask the guy who did that. But the kind of the bait and switch is obviously as old as time. And that started out as this there's this idea of copy pasta on 4chan, where you kind of copy paste the same text, the same phrases, and one really popular one. Was this meme Bel Air, where people would start out and write these really elaborate stories, and then they would end with the ending of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air theme song, where they'd be like, you're moving, and then my mom would or they would really work it creatively into the whole story, where they would mention West Philadelphia and auntie and uncle.
So every story had
it would end with the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And it's kind of like this evolution of we have copy pasta, we have Bel Air, and then we have egg roll, we have duck roll, and then we have Rick Roll. And it's just like tracing the genesis of that meme back is it's something that's really hard on 4chan, actually, because again everything's ephemeral, everything kind of rolls off. We have sites like Know Your Meme that try to catalog this history, and historically it's been really hard for journalists and academics to do research on 4chan culture and history, because it's hard to find a primary source, right? It's the primary source deletes itself every 5 minutes. And so it's really fascinating to kind of participate in that and watch that, and be again, a participant and observer to it kind of as it's happening. And again, that's part of what I'm talking about when I say the shared experience of to be in these threads and see how all this unfolds. There's a magic to that that's impossible to capture later. The people who are reading the Know Your Meme article, it's great, it's really academics in the depth, but you don't really get the same magic that it is to be in a thread where you see all of this stuff kind of unfolding and happening, and that's a really special experience in my opinion.